Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Kiwa here, and today we're going to be doing a half a year book wrap up and tell you all the books, all of my favorite books that I've read so far the last 6 months. I have been having a great book journey. My book goal for the entire year is probably 130 along that line. 100 books in Kindle, at least 100 books in Kindle. That's the aim for Kindle, but otherwise I read books on other platforms. But these are my favorite books so far for the end of the so far for the last 6 months. Alright, so let's get into it. So the first book on my list is A Date for the Mayor. This is a second chance romance, also with a secret baby trope. Loved it by Aubrey Penn. First time reading Aubrey Penn. Love her pen game. She's killing it so far. Somebody's Wife by Robbie Renee. Love this book. I mean, Dr. Green, you're awesome. I loved it. Ledge and Law, the Domino Effect series by Gray Huffington. Let me tell you this: if Ledge is north, Law is south. They are polar opposites. They are nothing alike. While Ledge is very calm and he's the solid one, Law is very, I'll pop off any moment. I mean, come on. Law is just Law. There's nothing to say about it. Love the Story by Gray Huffington. And let me tell you this: Gray Huffington was on my list last year for my favorite books with Luca and the whole entire series of the Eisenberg Effect series. Yep. And she has a couple more books on this list. Alright, The Berkeley Bread. Even though I didn't really like Milo's Story, but Milo's Story is very integral to all of those, the entire series. So overall for the series, loved it. If we're talking about favorite books outside of it, my favorite book is Makai. Love his story. Definitely by the Berkeley Bread series. If you haven't read it, check it out. You need to get into the Gray Huffington world. My choice is You. I love the story. It giving a whole different perspective of how autistic persons see the world, and I love the whole awareness thing that it's portraying, how their mind works, how they're actually real person with real feelings, although some people don't think that they're actually really normal. I love how this story went down. Just love it. Asylum by B-Love. Let me tell you this, it's a second chance romance, and this was my first time reading B-Love's story. I love her pen game. I mean, Asylum has a tattoo of daughter eye on his neck. Come on, don't play with Asylum. Lucid Dreams by Lady Natisha. Let me tell you this: Lady Natisha, I've read her book last year, Finally Famous, and I'm telling you, I love her book. The thing about it, this woman knows how to write trauma in a different way that you have to sit down and read it. There's so many crazy things. It's so integral to her story. I mean, I don't really get up and want to read trauma, but it's a part of life, and how her story grabs you in. It's so funny. Her side characters are crazy. They be talking the craziest thing, and there's always somebody old in there going on with some crazy stuff. Lucid Dreams is with two brothers, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. Lady Natisha pen game is on point. I mean, I had the opportunity, can tell you, recommend that lady book if you are interested in urban romance. That's one of those persons that you need to check out. Perfect Strangers. This was book it was like a mind-boggling book. You have to just love this book. It's a book in a book in a book. That's what it is. And this recommendation came from my sis, and I have to figure out for this because I was not going to. If it was me, I would never take up this book by myself, never. But when I started reading it and saw what was going on, I was like, I love this. I can't get into it. Alleged. Tiffany D. Jackson. I always wanted to read her book. I know I've never heard anybody talking bad about this girl book, and I was like, okay, I need to get into it. Me and that lady pulled me in to actually bring me down. Mary, you need to go down because you're evil. No, 180. This is Marriage of Convenience book, and as I tell everybody, I love the Marriage of Convenience trope, and I'm going to actually 180 is a vibe. I mean, like, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Not all the time, and sometimes people come back married, yeah, without actually think when don't need to get married. Yeah, you need to actually get into it. A Wife for Sale by Aubrey Penn. I mean, oh boy, this lady has been going through it, and you have to bear in mind these husband I don't know, when these authors get into rating these husbands, you just hate them, and when you just love how Aubrey Penn comes out. She's chaotic a little bit, I have to say, because here she is writing this man out of doing all kind of things. This ex-husband is doing so much, just doing too much. I mean, just doing too much. You're definitely not gonna like him, but the story is such a great story. You check out my art shelf. All of these books, I think I've done like a video for them. You can check out my TikTok also. You definitely see me talking about it. Release Me by J.L. Segar. This is the third book in the New Haven series, and I have to say, Release Me, I've been looking forward to actually reading Release Me. I love the story. Traumatic. That bathroom scene still have me, but I'm telling you, if you know anything about J.L. Segar books, you're going to be well enthralled. I could not put down this book. I have to continue. I think I finished reading it in a day and a half, if it's so much. But let me tell you this, love that lady and her writing. J.L. Segar has been doing such a great job. Damien's Dream. This book has been on my TBR for a long while from last year when I get into actually wanting to read more Black romance. This book was on top of the list, but I was like a little bit scared because it's 750 pages. Don't be scared, guys. It's a really interesting book, and you have to get down to it. You're just reading. You don't even notice that you're reading until you finish reading, and you're realizing that it's 750 pages. I did get into all of that. 2-person stories in there, so you're technically reading 2 books in one. I loved it. Damien and Smoke gave them all the smoke that they were looking for. Definitely. This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This is the second book in the Skyland series. And I've been hearing some mixed reviews about this book, but I definitely think it's one of my favorite books, and I love Kennedy Ryan writing. This book also gives autistic awareness. Also, the fact that so many times women are at home dependent on men to be their breadwinner, and this is something that's showing this man upheal their lives without even thinking twice. He's cheating on her and also hurting her feelings because she's what? doing asking questions. And I love how Kenny Ryan goes into the story, dissecting it, how she's trying to recover from all of that and bringing herself back into the fold, creating a life for her, creating a life for her girls, and trying to find love at the same time, you know. Moving ahead, let's talk about Chemistry. Chemistry is a new book series that Gray Huffington is going on about. I mean, Chemistry is related to the dominoes, but he's related to the Berkeley bread, meaning Mackay, Milo, Marissa. He's their big brother, and everybody was like fed up in the year. And last year I was like reading comments like, what about Chemistry? Where is his book? I know Gray Huffington deliver, and then you won't be disappointed. You need to get into Chemistry. Chemistry is that guy, and he's 10 step ahead of everybody. You're going to love his story. Just love his story. Already Loved by A.E. Valdez. I love this story. Out of the entire series, this one, I read the first 2 books last year, and I finished reading the entire series this year. The next 2 books, I was kind of a little bit, you know, again, I'm always reading before I read book 2 before I read book 1, and I end up, alright, I get myself together and I read book 3, and then I read this one. I love she doesn't want love anymore. She's sworn off love. He has commitment issues, and let me tell you this, when their love story come together and you see them loving on each other, that's such a beautiful story. They're standing against each other, standing for each other, not against each other. But we see, let me tell you this, if that man backed that girl, she has his back. And I love how A.E. Valdez show out this love, and she's like, yeah, this is what I want to read. Then A Dead Cattail Assassin. This was one of my ARC reads this year, and I love how, first and foremost, it's not long, so I have to give it up to the author to actually pack everything into such a small novella, and you don't feel like there was a plot hole. I love when the gods came in. These ladies are off. They were unfiltered, unhinged. They're about to bust out big fight. Ladies, we don't need to fight. We need to get things together. Let me tell you that, man. We run things and not things run we. That's what the gods were saying. Goddesses. And then the last book on my list for the June is Merc by Beloved, and this is the second book, sorry, in the Protector series. We had Asylum, now we have Merc. I love it. Merc is a kid star. Just every time I think about it, that just one line come to mind: bring it back, give it back, mom. So I love all of these books, and I hope to read more books. I've read over 60 books so far, 65 books to be honest, so far from January to now till June. And I just love the fact that I've had so much books on this list, and I hope from July go back to December I can have more books on this list, just adding more great and awesome books. Guys, tell me some of your favorite books since from January to June right now, and recommend a book to me because I can add it to it, definitely. So until next time, love you guys, bye.